wired up here and have her coach on everything. In fact, Indy's honored to host the American Chemical Society's national meeting. It's happening next week at the Convention Center.
Here now with a preview of some of what the ACS is bringing to Indy are Brian Mathis and John Rohana. And guys, we've got a lot of, we were just talking about this in the break, a lot of fun stuff in particular for the kids, right?
Absolutely. And this Saturday, we're hosting a big event down at the Concord Center. It's on the near south side. And it's called Kid Zone. And one of the things that we like to do is get kids really involved in science, right? Get them to show what they can do, what we do, and then get them out there and do a lot of hands-on activities. So we've got a hands-on activity that, if you guys are willing, we'd love to show you how to do it. Here.
Well, I just happen to wear my lab coat, so
yeah.
I'm in.
So I just wanted to make sure you were all decked out. You guys have your safety glasses on, so you're ready for that.
Yep.
You're very here, so we're not going to have anything explode unless you want to.
Darn it.
Unless you want to. But I do want to, I'm going to give you a little piece of, this is a polymer, right? Polymer and plastic, they mean the same exact thing. So to a chemist, I'd say, oh, we've got a polymer here. And we take the polymer, John, my lovely and beautiful assistant here, he's going to help us out as well. Let's take a little look here. I want you to kind of feel it and look through it. I even want you to smell it. Does it smell like anything familiar to you?
Smells like phenolphthalein
vinegar?
Solution.
Yeah, vinegar, because
vinegar,
it's made out of vinegar. It's actually polymerized vinegar. See, your nose is so good at smelling vinegar that you can smell it out of this polymer, even though it's parts per trillion in there. Your nose is so good at that. And this is what we try to teach kids about where stuff comes from and how they do it. But anyway, here's your polymer, and then what we're going to do is we're going to ask you, take out your favorite color here. Do you guys know what this thing is called, what this particular tool is called?
Is it a test tube?
It's close to a test tube. You got an answer?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
All right, it's called a graduated cylinder, and this is how a chemist
Never would have come up with
actually
that.
measures things here. I'll give you red there, and I want you to take your reactor because I don't trust you with glassware, and I'll give you this. John?
Pretty safe bet not
Here
to
we go.
glassware.
Here. All right, and I want you to take your polymer, and I want you to put it down in the bottom, and then I want you to dump your favorite solution on top of it.
Are you sure we're not blowing anything up?
53% sure.
Okay, it feels like
George
we're
is
heading that
going
way.
to separate you and me here. So.
All right,
So just pour it in there?
Yep, you just pour it in there. I'm going to give you a handy-dandy stir to kind of stir it around like this. And then we have all the kids do this. And then they get to do it hands-on. John, are you playing along here? Or what are you doing? Okay, then hop in.
Where's my test tube at?
Then get the...
Okay, here we go.
So you kind of stir it around, and what's happening to your polymer?
My polymer is turning to jelly.
It is turning to jelly, but we're not even there to the jiggle jelly part yet. But it's actually dissolving, right? It's dissolving, so you wouldn't want to build your house out of this particular polymer, right? It'd rain on there or anything like that.
Degrading,
So that's what happened to our other house
It's
we had.
dissolving in here.
Is it going from a polymer to like an oligomer?
I'm not going to go into all the chemistry with you. Then I want you to grab your other, the graduate cylinder that has just clear solution in it.
Okay.
And then, John, I'm going to have you make your own.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. And then on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, I want you to dump it in there and stir. Dump it in there and stir. Keep stirring. Nothing's blowing up. Nothing's blowing up. And then hopefully what's happening is you're actually getting something in there that looks like now we've made jiggle jelly. So we've got jiggle jelly right here. And this is what the kids love, right? They love the fact that then they get to take it off into their hands like this. And now I want you to like squish it around. You can take it out of there. I promise you it's safe for that. Take it out of there. I've actually got a couple of them already pre-made. But it's safe here. And you squish it, and the kids love this part. It's not like slime where they make where it's dripping all over the place. It's nice and hands-on kind of event like this.
I bet some of the kids want to.
You do. You want to throw it around so you can roll it. And the cool part is now you can do all sorts of things with it, just like silly putty when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Right? So you can break it apart, stick it back together again. And we kind of teach kids that you took this polymer here, dissolved it up, and now you have this one.
Cool.
I could break this up, and you know for a million years we couldn't get it to stick together.
Yeah.
But this one here now has the ability to reheal itself and put it back together, so it shows all the properties that a chemist might do for this.
And maybe I wasn't paying attention, Professor, but what was in that first solution that dissolved the polymer?
Just plain old water. I don't want to tell all the secrets out here. Just plain old water was in there. And then in the clear solution was just soap. Just borax soap.
Great.
And that borax soap actually acts as a cross-linker and links it all together and puts it back together.
All right.
And the cool part is you can go ahead and throw it around, drop it, all that kind of stuff. And so the kids love this kind of thing. And these are the kinds of exhibits that we'll have at the Concourse.